today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Well, here come the Eagles on offense, and it's Jalen Hurts at the controls in his second season now out of Oklahoma.
A lot of expectations for Jalen Hurts this year, but he has the support of the franchise, including the man who owns the franchise. Had a 4-game audition at the tail end of last year and did enough that the Eagles sent Carson Wentz to Indianapolis. They're expecting Jalen Hurts to be their quarterback of the present and the future.
Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for Sanders last week, 21 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders, and he stopped immediately there. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Sanders, and he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Hurts. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing and bang that one through.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger offense ready for their first possession, and it's Justin Herbert at the helm in his 2nd season now out of Oregon.
About the only thing that didn't go right for Justin Herbert in his rookie season, the team's overall record. The offensive rookie of the year in the NFL was the 4th rookie with over 4,000 yards passing, just 38 yards short of the rookie record set by Andrew Luck in 2012. In addition, he set the single-season record for passing touchdowns by a rookie with 31, breaking the mark of Cleveland's Baker Mayfield. This young man's potential, limitless. That's why so many people wanted to be the next head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers and help open up the stadium big in 2021.
From the 29, Herbert, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down, and it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. But Justin Herbert looking comfortable here in season number 2. He looked comfortable in season number 1 for that matter. But what's the game plan for defending and trying to limit him?
Oh, you've asked a really difficult question there because you're right. Year 1, he looked like a 5-7-year veteran, and he's only going to continue to get better. But with a guy who throws such a pretty ball and has such a great arm, throwing the long ball has got to be a blast for him. He wants to push the ball downfield. Doesn't mean he can't make all the other throws, but I want to take those away first and make him beat me by being accurate and dinking and dunking all the way downfield.
The numbers a week ago for Cook. 6 catches, 74 yards.
You think the head coach and the offensive coordinator are able to pull the earplugs out now? Because all week, all they heard was, you know, Coach, they can't guard the pass at all. I mean, they're next to last in the league. Let's throw it on every down.
Yeah, last week we saw the numbers. This week going against 2nd to last in the pass defense area. Good for him. play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the option, it'll be Hurts. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
Here's the Eagles' new punter for 2021, Aaron Sipos, to punt it away. Standing just outside his own, and they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That'll be complete to Cook. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Allen. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's complete to Ward. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll find the Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 35.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He'll get this to Ward. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On second down, it's Sanders, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll run with Sanders. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Sanders, and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. So out come the Chargers. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think that teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. Remember, they've had their open week already, so this could be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one.
Herbert on first down now. Allen's got it complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. out of the gun, Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Herbert back to the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Ty Long now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On 1st down, Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Down inside the 40 to about the 38. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
On 1st down, Hurts, and that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And down inside the 15 he goes. plays on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. He's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So his strong 1st half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Elliott on for the extra point. Fake it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This is swung out to Eckler. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. To the air again, Herbert. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Here's Ty Long now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll throw now on the final play. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the 2nd half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the 2nd half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in the second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone, and he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Herbert now. And brought in by the tight end Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first down. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here are the Eagles to take over. Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now as well. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw here. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And look at this, another fake. And this is caught, and the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down.
Okay, that was a fake punt, and it was successful throwing the football. I know you threw the football in your past off of a fake.
Yeah, but unsuccessful back in my high school days. Old Tim Jones dropped it, hit him right in the numbers. But I'll tell you what, these guys, they love this opportunity, don't they? A chance to get involved.
They certainly do, and many of them were quarterbacks or big-time players when they were in high school and college. So to get back doing what they did before, always fun.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Oh, and Elliott has pushed it to the right. It is no good, and this score will stay right where it is. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert for Keenan Allen. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. 7 yards, the pickup there. On 2nd down, Eckler. Able to slither by. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 16, Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked him down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, though?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And one more time, that's Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a carry for Sanders. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Hurts. Over the middle, completes this to Ward. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Hurts throw here complete to Ward. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. 134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Hurts to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll turn to Sanders, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. We'll check on his status when we get back. Kick up big. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man is Palmer. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, Justin Herbert. That's again complete to Palmer. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Second and 8 coming up. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Herbert. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams His second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another run here with Sanders. A timeout here as we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 3rd down, it's Sanders, and he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share them with the home team.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Eagles, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.